Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt and welcome to Resident Evil Resistance. This is the multiplayer game bundled with Resident Evil 3. And today we're going to talk about Valerie. Everybody knows that Valerie is pretty much the best survivor in the game, but today I want to talk about why, and I'm going to give you a build that I'm going to call Economy Valerie, and it's going to really dive deep into why Valerie is so good at this game. If you take a look at all the builds that we've done throughout the channel, the best ones always tend to be economy builds. Think of Immortal Sam, he just didn't have to worry about his economy. Think of Pyrone, think of Super Spam Spencer, think of Super Core Spencer at the time. The theme of these really powerful builds, Infinite Bioenergy Dan, the theme of all these powerful builds has been economy. They either have a ton of bioenergy or they can have a ton of credits, or like Crawler Jan, she can just keep buying and buying and buying. They never run out. And with that brings a lot of power. And Valerie in particular is very good at that, better than any other character in the game, which is why she always has a place. So I'm going to go through her skills, I'm going to go through her equipment, and I'm going to show you what she looks like in a match, so you can kind of take what I tell you here and think about how it's being applied to the match, okay? So my goal today is to give you a very deep understanding of Valerie and do it quickly. So let's start with her first skill and work up. When we're talking about economy, Surplus is about as straightforward as it gets. It causes killed creatures to possibly drop grenades or flash grenades. This is a very obvious boost to economy. One, because grenades and flash grenades themselves cost 100 apiece. So every time you get a grenade or flash grenade, that saves you 100 credits. But then you have to also think about what grenades do. Grenades are great for clearing a room. Flash grenades are great for stunning a room. And if a room's being cleared, that means you don't have to spend ammo. It means that you're going to be in a much safer spot because you don't have to get on in there and take on the zombies. If they're stunned, you don't even have to worry about controlled zombies. Pretty much what it does is it makes the creatures really easy to clear out so you can be more efficient. You don't have to worry about being hurt, you don't got to worry about being infected, and then you can headshot them. You can make it really easy on yourself, which is why Surplus is such a huge skill. If you take a look at what else she's got, I mean, Nullify, you can just stay away from the traps most of the time. And then Counterattack, we've already done the Counterattack thing in Infinite Molotov Valerie, but it has been nerfed since then, so Surplus, in my opinion, is definitely the obvious choice just because of its economy benefits. And keep in mind, you're not the only one getting grenades. Your whole team can pick them up, and that can help save you in situations like, let's say you're being grabbed by a bioweapon. Everybody goes ahead and benefits from Surplus. It is such a powerful skill. Now on to her second skill here. I've been choosing Yellow Boost as of late. There's other options here, Healing Aura and Debuff. I used to swear by Debuff because it would take the buffs off of zombies. Every headshot that you did took one buff off. It could be an armored zombie, it could be a crawler zombie. You hit them in the head, they would lose a buff. I've been leaning Yellow Boost. Currently, with the way the meta is, I feel like Debuff kind of loses a little bit of its luster. The only time I really see Debuff shining anymore is against Alex when she has her infectious aura zombies. But when you think of Super Spam Spencer, or you think of Annette, or Daniel tends to put out a lot of zombies nowadays, they can cycle buffs so fast now. Typically these creature builds are just vapor against a bunch of creatures. To me, it doesn't feel like debuff can keep up anymore. And a lot of things when I'm thinking about these builds come down to opportunity cost. Debuff is still good, but you're missing out on Yellow Boost. Think of who Valerie is. Think of all the times that you have gone in a game, one person goes down, two people go down, three people go down, but you know who didn't go down? Valerie. So Valerie just walks on over and she's like, healing over here, and then she picks up the whole team, and then you as a mastermind are like, well, god dang it, what was the point of all that work I just did? So why does Yellow Boost matter with that? Yellow Boost makes it so that yellow herbs are 50% more effective, meaning that yellow herbs on Valerie reduce damage by 45% and increase her damage by 45%. Usually the default is 30, but it gets a 50% boost. So for me, with Yellow Boost, people like to freak out about the damage that she can do. For me, I freak out about the damage she doesn't take. Because think, Valerie is the most important person on the field to keeping your team alive and to keeping your economy stable. So if Valerie goes down, that's really bad, and it has a really bad snowball effect. But if she has Yellow Boost on and she's taking 45% less damage, that means she's way less likely to go down, and she's way more likely to be able to help out a team, let's say after a bioweapon is deployed. And another thing to keep in mind with yellow herbs is that they last a minute. And you know what else lasts a minute? A bioweapon, unless there's equipment involved. So if you're feeling like you don't have enough yellow herbs, sometimes that's the thing that gets in my head. I'm like, well, I don't have that many yellow herbs. I can't sit here and count on yellow boost. Well, you don't need to always have it on. You just need to have it on when it matters. So you can save those yellow herbs for a really important time, like when a bioweapon shows up. You can make sure you're taking 45% less damage. And if you want to, you can add supplements into your equipment. I don't have supplements on mine, but I'll give you some numbers behind the supplements because I know people are curious about them. Supplements 3 gives you a 7% boost to your yellow herb effectiveness. Supplements 2 gives a 5, and supplements 1 gives a 3. Altogether, that'll be about 15% if you run all of them. So Valerie, because she has a better base number on yellow boost, that means that supplements are even more effective on her. That's how all of these characters work. That's how skills work in general. The skill comes in first, and then the equipment kicks in. So if you have somebody who, like for Daniel, he does creature damage. If you run Sadist, his creatures do 50% more damage. But then you bring in the equipment for creature damage on Daniel. And because it's a bigger base number, the equipment's more effective. If that's not making sense, think of it this way. Let's say you have 10 and you double it. Well, now you have 20. Well, now let's say you have 100 and then you double it. Then you have 200. So when you double 100, you get 100 more. But when you double 10, you only get 10 more. Because the bigger base number, the bigger the effect when you do the same thing, which is doubling it. So same idea when it comes to skills. Think of yellow boost as the 100, and then the equipment kicks in after. And then think of non-yellow boost as the 10. That make sense? So these are a really big deal on these characters, and for Valerie, it's yellow herbs. And if you want to keep the economy thing going, well, think, if she's doing more damage, well, then she's spending less on ammo, and if she's taking less damage, she's spending less on herbs. And another thing to keep in mind, now that I think of it, is that poison in this game is also damage related. It's not just infection rate related. The more damage a creature does to you, the more infection you take. So if you have yellow boost on, you're taking less damage. Well, that also means you're taking in less infection, which is another boost for Valerie. One thing that, little piece of trivia here that keeps in my mind, Extermination Nemesis. He's very popular right now. Direct hit from Nemi when he's running Extermination with his rocket is 2,400 damage. Valerie here only has 1,100 health. What you can do is if you just run Supplements 3 with yellow boost and you have a yellow herb on, Valerie will take only 1,080 damage. So if she is full health and Nemi doesn't have any equipment on that makes his rocket stronger, and you're not tracked, Valerie can withstand a direct hit from Extermination, which can be huge with some of those Nikolai games. If you can withstand Nemesis throughout his whole duration and then come pick up your team afterwards, that can win you a game. So keep that one in mind. You only need Supplements 3 as long as you're running yellow boost. But now let's move on to what I think is one of her most crazy skills, but I think is super underutilized by a lot of people, and it's her scan called Survival Instinct. This skill is nuts for a lot of reasons, so let me break it all down. So what Survival Instinct does, you're probably familiar, is that she presses her skill and it releases a scan outside of her. And then that scans all the items for your team to pick up. It also scans whatever variation you have. So creatures or traps or cameras. It'll also scan biocores, and if you're running creatures, it'll also scan bioweapons. I prefer to run creatures. You could argue every mastermind has cameras. Why not run cameras? I feel like creatures does you more favors than cameras does as long as your team is working together and does cameras. Really depends on whether or not you're with a team, but I feel like creatures will help you more when you're going up against creatures than cameras will in general. That's just my opinion. So let's talk about how powerful this is and how this is so great for your economy. So when Valerie scans, things that are not a part of the specialty take 20% more damage. So think biocores. Biocores will take 20% more damage. So if you deal 1,000 damage with a hit, well, now you're dealing 1,200 damage. But when you have a variation on, it takes 40% more damage. So you have a zombie and it takes 1,000 damage. Well, if you have creatures scanned and the creature is scanned, it'll take 1,400 damage. It's a huge boost. And not only does Valerie get that boost, everybody on your team gets that boost. So everyone on your team is benefiting from a 40% damage boost on everything that's scanned. It only has a 30-second cooldown. It also counts on bioweapons, And on top of that, you see all these extra items, which makes it so you're way less likely to skip them when you are scavenging for items. So every herb that you pick up is 50 credits. Every repair kit's 100 credits. Every credits you pick up, well, that just adds to the pool for everybody else. All the ammo you pick up, the grenades, everything. It makes it so you're way less likely to skip these things. Her scan is huge for the economy because, again, it makes you save 40% of your resources when you're taking on creatures, and it just helps you pick stuff up. And not only that, it helps you scout, because if you know what's on the other side of a door, you can be better prepared for it, which makes it so you take less damage and you're more efficient with your resources. It's also a scouting tool to help you figure out what you're going to deal with on the other side of a door, which is huge. Also, if there's a bioweapon running around, you can scan the bioweapon, and if you want to, you can try to kill the bioweapon, especially if it's Yataveo, or it just helps you know where the bioweapon is, so you know where to run away, so you're way less likely to get down. Creatures is huge. You should use it early, and you should use it often. It only has a 30-second cooldown. Don't be stingy with it. Use it if you think there's items around. Use it if you think there's creatures around. Use it if you think there's a bioweapon around. Use it often. Now let's move on to her fever skill here, which is something that a lot of people are familiar with, and I want to talk about why you pick Remedy over Spray Gun or Enhancing. So I'm assuming that most people are familiar with Valerie's fever skills. It's when she can go ahead and heal teammates, she can remove infection, she can revive down teammates, etc., etc. We have variations here. We have Remedy, Spray Gun, and Enhancing. You want to choose Remedy, in my opinion. The big reasons why I choose Remedy are because when you're placing it, if you get interrupted, it's okay. You just got to move somewhere else and go place it down somewhere else. Also, when you do place it down, it heals infection. A lot of masterminds run some sort of thing going on with infection. Practically all of them do. Being able to have Remedy on and use it to heal your team of infection is so good for your team in the long run. Because think of what happens when you're infected. You take damage, you're vulnerable because you can cough, and you lose time every time you cough. And if Valerie's not healing with Remedy, that means you have to heal it with your own economy using a blue herb, or if you find an infection spray. Remedy takes care of a lot of problems. And something to keep in mind with Remedy is don't be stingy with this one either. A lot of people, especially new players, save Remedy for like the big heal or the big revive. Oh, my teammates are down, time to go ahead and pick them up. I would encourage you to use Remedy a little bit more often. If you see teammates that are infected, go ahead and heal them up. One trick that you can do with Remedy is if you place it before you move to a new area, you could heal in the transition area from, let's say, area 1 to area 2. That's something you can do to go ahead and save some time. Or something you should do very often is if you go into a new area and some of your teammates are infected, we'll place down Remedy to go ahead and get rid of the infection and give them a fresh slate into the new area. Don't be stingy with Remedy. Use it as a preventative measure. Like, let's say you're on an objective and you know that a bioweapon's coming, like let's say Spencer's D-Field, that way you can get yourself picked up right away in case you get hit. Or if you're gonna go into a room and you feel like you're gonna get infected or you're gonna take a lot of damage. And then also, you can revive your teammates with it, but don't save it just for that. It's really good for reviving your teammates, and it could be a super clutch fever skill, but it can do more than that, and use it for more than that. So let's talk about why you pick Remedy over Spray Gun or Enhancing. Enhancing is very similar to Remedy, except instead of getting rid of poison, it gives you yellow herb effects. Eat a yellow herb. Not having a yellow herb isn't necessarily going to get you killed. Run Remedy over Enhancing. Now, Spray Gun's a little different and a little more interesting, but the reason why you don't want to run Spray Gun over Remedy is because Spray Gun is vulnerable. If she starts using her Spray Gun and then gets hit, it's interrupted and she has to wait until her fever skill recharges again. And like I said with Remedy, if you get hit while you're trying to place it down, it's fine. You just reset and you go place it somewhere else, or you just try to place it down again. Spray Gun though, if you get hit, it's all over and you gotta wait another 120 seconds. So you're potentially wasting your skill if the mastermind is smart and tries to hit you as soon as you start using it. Remedy though, you just kind of set it and forget it, and if it doesn't work out, we'll just set it somewhere else. So I'd run Remedy for many reasons. So now let's move on to Valerie's equipment here. Part of what we try to do when we make a build is we try to complement the skills with the equipment. So Economy Valerie here is going to do economy skills. So onto the first piece of equipment here, we have Lucky Charm. It says it greatly increases how many umbrella credits are picked up. So let me explain some things about Lucky Charm in case you're confused. Lucky Charm is only going to affect the person that is equipped with it. Meaning, let's say you have Jan and she doesn't have Lucky Charm. Let's say Valerie, she does have Lucky Charm. Let's say there's a pile of credits in between the two of them. And let's say that pile of credits is worth 9 credits, right? So if Jan goes to pick up those credits, she's gonna get 9, and so is everybody else on the team. Doesn't matter that Valerie has Lucky Charm on. Okay? So now let's say Valerie goes to pick up those credits. She'll pick up 14. So everybody on the team is going to get 14 credits. Valerie is not the only one to benefit from that credit pickup. Everybody on the team is going to get that 14 credits. But Valerie has to be the one to pick up the credits. If Jan picks it up, Lucky Charm's not going to affect it. But if Valerie does, Lucky Charm's going to affect it, because if you see here, Lucky Charm is equipped on Valerie right now. So everybody will benefit on the team from Lucky Charm as long as the person who has it equipped is the one that picks it up. Okay? Okay. Now let's move on to these other two here. We have Pharmacy 101, or LOL. It looks like Pharmacy LOL. And we also have Smartwatch. Smartwatch is very similar to Lucky Charm because it increases the amount of credits that are picked up, but it also increases the drop rate of herbs when defeating an enemy. So if you have both of these equipped, it makes it so more herbs are dropping, which again complements the economy. Every time an herb drops and you pick it up, that's 50 credits that you would have had to have spent. So this can help keep your team topped off so they can spend more money on things like ammunition or different firearms or different grenades or things like that. It's very, very good to keep your team in a good position, especially when there's an infection mastermind, because it can help drop blue herbs. It'll also help drop yellow herbs for Valerie's yellow boost. And then, of course, green herbs in case your team is a little injured. And then for the final piece of equipment, I have Umbrella Credit Card. We talked about Umbrella Credit Card versus Umbrella Wallet 3 in the Crawler Jan video. And in most applications, Wallet 3 is going to be better than Umbrella Credit Card because of the cost of things in the armory. The only time that Umbrella Wallet 3 is going to be worse than Umbrella Credit Card is if you have something like Jan and she has Bargain Bin on, because everything's super cheap and she can make up for the difference. But considering Valerie doesn't have enough points in her equipment slots, we're going with Umbrella Credit Card. It's going to cause it so she has 500 credits at the beginning of the match, but she's not going to have anything equipped. So it gives you a little bit of freedom to pick what you want, but you have to think of replacement value because you lose out on that 50 ammo and that green herb that you start with. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be a boost in credits for you, so that's why I end up picking it. I feel like it benefits you more than Decoder 2, right? Because you can't pick Decoder 3. So I think Umbrella Credit Card is going to serve you better than Decoder 2. So now I want to show you a match that we did on twitch.tv/SwingPoynt. The link is in the description if you want to go check it out. It was a match against Spencer, and I was playing Valerie, and hopefully everything I just said about Valerie, you can start thinking about that when you watch this match that we are in, and then maybe start to apply some of those concepts there. Okay? So without further introduction, here is the match from Twitch. I drink like once every couple of weeks, though.
I will
How am I used to it?
Unjust travesty done to me by time.
Yeah, I always look behind you in the prison.
Over all mankind.
Because you can get credits right away.
Careful,
Ooh, look at that.
everyone.
I go risky for the biscuit here. And just hope that I can pick up a green herb somewhere.
Finding the lock is useless without the keys.
Where are we going,
Why does
man?
this place have so many doors?
Don't touch it. Thank you. Oh, it's free food for you, Jan. Oh, wow. She's got anti-armament on. Jesus. That was nasty. That was sick nasty, bruh.
A mindless existence elevated to purpose by my touch.
Well, he's not running super spam. Wow. Is he running gun? It's like a rank 70 Spencer. How's he running this? What is going on?
Go ahead, take it.
Well, I'm weirded out. Is he running gun with thick door? And then we just gotta tie our own blasting?
The door's locked.
I don't know what he's doing. I'm weirded out.
A child would have found that. Death reached towards you.
I should have tried healing.
Your heart.
At least we got his ult on. Okay. He blew it up too early. Nice. Oh, we got everything. Okay.
Group up for healing.
Oh well. I wasn't expecting a spray right there, so I used my thingy. Alcoholism on both sides of your family?
Yes, it's right.
Yeah, man. I don't know why I'm so tough against it.
So many into the next test. Good.
Am I Irish? No, I'm German. Which I guess Germans have a stereotype against them with alcohol, right? It's impossible to win on PS4 as Survivor? I disagree.
I hope you do not think you managed this against my will.
I think chat would disagree with you too.
Longer.
I think we're doing just fine. Is he in here?
I might be able to
Nope.
see something.
Oh, here come the sprays. So he might start rocking vulnerability. That was poison, wasn't it? Let's pick this up. Some very angry sounding music here.
Yeah, like this is gonna.
Oh, found him. Dude! Rocket Jan! You're in trouble, aren't you? Somebody's in trouble. Who's got hit? He's in here. Oh, Martin's dead.
If it's here, I'll find it.
Yeah, no point.
The data I harvest.
Not doing so
Trap
well.
heavy.
Everyone feeling better?
Get it off, get it off. Jan, 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 Jan. Oh, Jan's drunk.
I expected more.
We lost way more time than we should have.
Something useful?
But I suppose there is a reason that it is dead. Very well, take the security card.
People is digging in their
Proceed.
pockets right now. For some reason. I picked up a mup in there? Oh, and I have the security card too. Great.
Well done.
I can. Guys, I don't think I'm doing so.
This'll teach him to make jokes about my name.
He's got a defense system on.
Taste of wonder. Can you manage the second?
Let's have a closer look. Give me a moment. I'll block this camera.
Don't step on it.
Wait.
Must be pleased with yourself.
Glad I got that off before Tyrone decided to hit it. Oh wow, first aid spray. Interesting choice.
I might be able to see something.
Is that his first invulnerability? Why hasn't he been using
My
those?
control.
Jan's got to get in there.
Down that camera. Taking out this camera. Healing spray deployed. I feel lovely.
It's got locked down. I was expecting a refract, so I threw down my ult in case he took us down.
Usually come in 3. In your case, it won't.
Martin's going for those credits. I appreciate the greed.
Hey, looky-loo, turning off the camera.
Oh, Marty.
I found a locked door.
It's getting bit.
It's faster. Your breathing quickens.
Why'd he go the other? Oh no.
Inside you.
Oh my lord.
Where did that come from?
Why did Martin go the opposite way of everyone?
Even if inferior subjects, I expected better than this.
Just lost me. Yeah, we're gonna run to the exit right now. The fast way, not the. Oh, they're going the long way.
If you do not go faster, then I will be forced to terminate this experiment, and you with it.
God.
You are wasting your time, and more importantly, mine.
Needed to feel unique? I guess so. Like, we had a path cleared and he decided to go completely different direction.
Let's move toward the
Like-
end game. Will you reach the end of the board and evolve? We shall see.
Okay, well, we gotta start killing here.
I might be able to see something.
Taking those seconds as I get them.
Step on these and you'll all be like,
What? Night, night.
I'm gonna try to clear this before we start walking on it.
Enjoy this. The virus continues.
I need the things to go in the bullet things. I need the bullet things. Disabling the camera.
Might save our lives later based on how this has been going. Great.
Let's have a closer look.
Dog's gonna bite me. I can't get him. Oh my god.
I'm not feeling great.
Do that again.
This does not seem
I got the infection off everyone.
Let me stop this camera for a while. There's gotta be something useful here.
Come on, everyone together. Everyone together. Everyone together. Everyone together.
Do not imagine you will succeed.
brain power.
Easy 20 seconds. Come on, Jan.
One more reason
god, I didn't mean to use that. I thought I had my yellow herb there.
Let's have a closer look. I don't like being watched.
I gotta be ready then. I gotta stay away. I just don't have anything to pick him up. Refract's coming. I can feel it. Space. Can't see him.
Struggle on against my will. Transcend mortality.
Refract's coming. Refract's coming. I can feel it. Space out. We can't afford to get super downed.
I will tear out your insides myself.
This jokes about my name.
Guess who's out of ammo?
Healing over here. We made it. We actually made it. Do you know the chances against that happening? I calculated them earlier. I could go get them and tell them to.
We stream every single night on twitch.tv/SwingPoynt. That's where this match just came from, and we have lots of good matches. I play Mastermind, I play Survivor, we do theory crafting there to try to come up with new builds. We do testing so I can figure out all these different numbers, and we have a really great community there of people that are really into the game, and everybody's really positive, and everybody has a good time. So if you ever want to be a part of that, links in the description. Go ahead and leave me a follow. We stream there every single night, and I would love to have you guys there. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Resistance stuff, feel free to leave a like and subscribe so you can see more content. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video that we do around here.